Hey there, Monster Gardeners. We talked about scissors and trimming in a previous segment. We're going to get to a big trimming machine segment in the coming videos, but right now we're going to talk about harvesting and trimming. Where to start, where to go to. There's a lot of different schools of thought. Some people are all about dry trimming, some people like to trim wet. I prefer to trim dry myself, and my favorite surface to trim over is the trim tray. It is lightweight, it is ergonomic, it comes standard with a 150 micron screen. It has a non-skid base, which no other trimming surface in the industry has. It also comes with a flexible magnifying pollen scoop and a pollen brush. Mirror finish on the bottom for collecting all those trichomes and pollen that comes through the 150 micron screen. There are additional screens available, 200 and 100 micron respectively. You can even stack them if you want to, but I usually just use one, and 150 is generally my go-to for that. After you have your product trimmed, whether you're doing it wet or dry, you have to have somewhere to put it. So a great place to do that and to seal it for a very long time and to keep it from going stale or having issues with mold or drying out or any of those things is to invest in a vacuum sealer. These things aren't just for food. They work great for flowers. That you can store flowers in one of these bags for a very long period of time without it going bad. They have the availability to have both wide and short rolls, all clear, black on one side, black on both sides. Really a great investment for you. It'll help out around the house as well, but for this purpose, does a great job. Turkey bags, the classic, the original, the best. People have been using them for a really long time, not quite as airtight as you're going to get out of a sealer like the Shield and Seal here, but it still does a really good job of keeping the odors in. And this particular company makes bags all the way up to what they call a goose bag, which will hold between 3 and 5 pounds depending on how dense the flowers are. Now, once you have your flowers packaged, sealed, however you plan on doing that, as long as it's not a Ziploc bag for goodness sake, you're going to need something to put them in. Revelry makes an awesome backpack, as does Funk Fighter. They come in several different sizes, not just backpacks, all the way up to duffel bags that can hold, 15 to 20 pounds. These feature an activated carbon filter on the inside that's actually in between the layers of the backpack there, and that's what it uses to control the odor. The zippers are very high quality as well. You'll notice they're very close to a marine grade, which makes them not waterproof, but it does make them water resistant, which is a great feature to have in a bag like that. Now, if you are planning on trimming wet, you're gonna have to work on where you're gonna dry it once you have trimmed. So drying racks work well with that. You can stick them in one of these guys with either an Integra Boost or a Bovita. This is the Sea Vault. A lot of people use totes. If you do plan on using a tote, Bovita, who makes these guys, they actually came out with them before Integra. They're very well known in the tobacco industry, particularly like cigar bars, places like that, but they'll have a different percentage of moisture in them. They just came out with a 320 gram version, which does up to 5 pounds. And for all you people that are curing, drying, or storing in a tote, that's awesome. That's perfect size. You don't need multiple packs like this, but they do come in different sizes. 320 gram is just the newest one, and it's the largest that they carry. A lot of people are concerned about odor, especially when you're trimming. Like if you live in an apartment or anything like that, you don't want odors to escape. So you can get yourself a carbon filter, but as a secondary line of defense, I would recommend one of these neutralizers. These things are fairly inexpensive and they do a great job of controlling smells. That is their whole job. They make one that goes in the car, they make one that can go in a very large room. This one is designed for a room that's, around 150, 200 square feet. So that'll help to control the odor. There's the classic Ona, which now they actually create a breeze for, which is a little fan that you can stick on top of there so it blows the neutralizing agent all around the room. Having a good scale is essential because you gotta know exactly how much your packages are weighing when you're seal annealing or turkey bagging them. This one has a huge bowl on it and a huge capacity. It does up to 5 kilograms. So that's really big capacity for a scale as opposed to those little pocket scales that we're all used to seeing. Of course, black nitrile gloves to keep your hands clean. I know back in the old days, people used to like the gooey stuff that came off your fingers until we all realized that there's a lot of skin in there, right? No one wants to be smoking skin. So get yourself a good set of gloves like these. Always the non-powdered variety. We like the nitrile ones that are powder-free, obviously. Medical grade gloves are also nice. I prefer the black ones just because it allows me to see how sticky they are. Having something like isopropyl alcohol around is always good too for cleaning up your scissors and your hands and your equipment and your trim tray. You can use this on a variety of different things. This one's the 99%, not meant for drinking obviously. This is a cleaning agent. Works very, very well at getting sticky, stubborn stains out. I'm a big fan of these. I actually usually soak my scissors in some of this. But there's also a product called Scissor Fix, which you just slide it in there and it helps clean off your scissors. Pretty cool product as well. Lubricating your machinery, whether you're doing scissors or a trimming machine, that's always important. Not every machine requires lubrication, but most barrel style trimmers, it is good to give them a spritz of some sort of hemp-based oil like Clean Cuts. Curing is a different process entirely. It needs to be done in the dark in an airtight container. We briefly touched over this with the C-Vaults. The C-Vaults are a very good option for this because they are airtight, so it won't allow any moisture to get in, it won't allow any moisture to get out. You want to keep that perfect RH level, similar to like what you would have in a humidor for cigars. A good cure can last anywhere from 2 weeks up to 3 weeks, 4 weeks even. Some people are curing even longer than that. But a good rule of thumb is to at least give it a week, if not 2. This will help the resins and fragrances, the terpenes in your flowers to more fully develop, so you'll notice you'll have a little more nose on it than you did before it went into cure. These products and many other great gardening tools to help you with your harvest are available exclusively at monstergardens.com. Thanks for tuning in.